Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Baha Rakha, Kodash. Of course, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to all the sincere Akim doing this work on the highways and hedges week in and week out. And of course, doing the studio shows during the week, edifying the nation of Yasha Allah. That's you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the biblical Israelites, which go back, of course, to the 12 tribes of Israel, all right? Jacob being our forefather, who is later named Israel, all right? I'm the brother of Mafba from Great Millstone, Plain Tables Camp, coming again with this truth, all right? This is, of course, going to be another lesson going in on health, all right? Just, of course, to help edify the brothers, the Akim, all right, who are trying, of course, to, listen to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, all right, not defiling the temple in which dwells the spirit of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, all right, because, I mean, if you all messed up, and how are you going to be able to, manage, of course, in Great Babylon, all right? Ultimately, since we shall eat our food defiled amongst the Gentiles, we all getting messed up by all of these GMO, which is genetically modified organisms that the so-called white man, Esau Edom, has created, all right? Which the so-called white man has created, his own foods and all of that, making it appear to be real food, but it's really not. It's not tahar, it's not pure at all right? Hebrew word for pure is tahar. All right, so just to, of course, if you new to the Hebrew, that's the language of the Israelites. All right, so we have all of these defiled foods, and they of course lead towards all types of disease. All right, and it breaks down our system. All right, in which Yahweh Shem Shai designed the body to, of course, repair itself. Okay, so I'm going to go now into the actual article or the piece of information which I have. This is off of consumerreports.com or .org, Slakia. And it's what do PLU codes say about your produce? All right, which you're going to get to understand on these PLU codes, all right, which you can see the little wee sticker that you see on the actual the product, all right, on the produce. Okay, they have a PLU number on there, and it identifies what it actually is. Okay, so we gonna go into it and hit a couple precepts. So we're gonna go into it. This is the top of the article. So it says, what does the PLU code say about your produce? All right, because I remember I was in the actual market, all right, here, and this one, I mean, he could have been a Jake. I'm not sure if he was Edomite or not. I can't remember at the time, can't recall. But he was looking at some produce, which I was looking at, and then of course he ended up mentioning he's like, oh, is this good? And I was like, I kind of chimed in a little bit about it, and it ended up going to, of course, the subject of PLU codes, and then I ended up speaking on it, about the 9-4s. Of course, you should, get those because those are organics, all right, non-GMO and such, in the so-called white man's, world, because we know that, he does still taint our foods, all right, but that'd be the best, all right, thing, all right, that we can do, here on this side. But I'm gonna just go on, all right? Cause he looked at me like I was just a straight nigga, like don't know nothing. But Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, he used, of course, men that don't look like they, of course, smart to, of course, confound the wise and such, all right? And that's carnal anyway, to look at a man, just think he don't know nothing just because, we got all these stigmas and bywords, all right, on us and such. So the nations, they don't look at us as if we have any truth in us and such, all right? So let's go on. So this is the article. It says, these little stickers on fruits and veggies, they're called price lookup codes, and they contain numbers that cashiers use to ring you up. But you can also use them to make sure you're getting what you're paid for. All right. So it goes on. It says, here's what to look for. And it says a 5-digit number that starts with 9 means the item is organic. Okay. So when you look on your item of produce, all right, like your peppers, all right, your cabbage, bananas, all right, all of these different things, if they have that, they start with that 9, all right, it's organic, all right, going on to it, all right. So it goes on. It says a 4-digit code beginning with 3 or 4, the produce, it means the produce is probably conventionally grown, all right. So it can mean that, of course, it was grown, using, of course, these harmful pesticides, all right, and of course that ultimately is GMO as well, all right. Goes on and it says, for example, regular small lemons sold in the U.S. are labeled 4033. If you worked in a shopping, like a grocery store, you would memorize and know these codes, all right, because you gotta, of course, put those down when you of course checking out. When the customer is checking out, you gotta know the codes, all right. But they, of course, identify what they actually are, all right. So it's going on. It says large are 4053. Small organic lemons are coded 94033. All right. So like the 9-4s and all that. Like I was going into, you see them 9-4s, that's organic. All right. It say large are 94053. All right, and that's just like example. Give me an example. All right. It says a 5-digit code that starts with an 8 means the item is genetically modified. It has genes from other organisms. So Esau done defiled it. He done switched things up. It says you won't see many of those because only genetically modified versions of corn, soybeans, canola, cotton, papaya, and squash are now widely sold. It says, and because PLU codes aren't mandatory, companies can label those items as conventional. The problem is that although an estimate of 60 to 70% of food items sold include packaging goods have genetically modified ingredients, so 60 to 70%. All right, that's a high number. All right, and this stuff supposed to be pure. We putting in our in our bodies, all these different goods that we wearing and all that. It's crazy. All right. So you just go to get because this is a quick little lesson. You see them 9-4s, right? That's the organic. All right. You see them like them. It start with a 4, or a 3. All right, that's gonna be conventional. But now when you go into like the 3s and such, that'd be like when you go to like the three, the ones that start with the 3, they could have been locally grown and such, so they might not have paid the certification for organic, but it could be actually organic, just because you don't have a so-called certification doesn't mean it's organic. You just got to know who you actually dealing with, and a lot of people don't know who they dealing with. We don't know where our food is actually going into. Jake just put anything in his body and such. All right, yes, you Israelites, you Negroes, Latino, Native Americans. All right, so this will just help you quickly just know a bit, about these PLU codes and all that, PLU numbers. All right, so let's just go hit a couple precepts. This is Ecclesiastes 38, and I'll start at the first verse. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 38:1. Honor a physician with honor due unto him for the uses which ye may have of him, for the Lord hath created him. All right. And our ultimate, our physician that made us well is Yahweh Shai. All right, open up this wisdom, knowledge, understanding unto us. And of course, through him we got understanding on food and everything. All right, because before this we was in the world, we wasn't dealing with knowledge. Like the scriptures say, my people perish for the lack of knowledge, roughly paraphrasing. And because of that is mostly because y'all don't want to know what y'all actually eating or educate yourself, or on what is actually there. All right, what it actually is in your food as such. They got defiled things. Things that are not lawful in the foods and such. That's why they defiled. And such. And they got all these different synthetic chemicals in it. All right, so it's good to honor a physician because he's gonna know this information. So the Lord, he set, of course, prophets up, to be able to warn the nation of Yashala, how to live right and eat right and etc. All right, to not pollute our temples. So it goes on. It says, for the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. The skill of a physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. All right, verse 4 this is a good point. The Lord, Yahweh Shem Yashai, had created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not arbor them. All right, so the Lord created all of these things that we eaten originally, of course, to, bring forth healing, good things and all that, for us to have life and be able to sustain ourselves. But, so-called white men use these things to actually destroy us. All right, so this is Isaiah 5:20. It reads, woe unto them that call evil good. All right, and that's the so-called white man, Edom. All right, which came out red like a hairy garment. All right, meaning of course they had the lack of melanin. All right, and those are the people that's ruling the world. Like they say in Job 9:24, the earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. All right, and those are the one ruling, and they the one who's saying what is what. Oh, you can eat GMOs. You can eat this, you can eat that, but, this stuff is not tahar, it's not pure, so really, it really is destroying us, and when you go down into it, they have actually created all of these different things systematically just to destroy the nation of Yashala, Negro, Latino neighborhood, because when you see go into it, you don't see really most Jake eating things that actually come out the earth. They more eating candy and all type of other abominations and stuff, detestable things that, they shouldn't be eating. You go into the grocery stores and all that. There's Jump Jake grocery stores. They don't even got organics or nothing like that. It's crazy. All right. Anyway, going back to the verse, Isaiah 5:20. I'm going to just read from top. Woe unto them, that means destruction. Woe is destruction unto them that call evil good. All right, and it's evil, to call, a GMO product good. All right, and even, when you go down into it, the organics, they're not even really organics and such. We just trying to use our best our ability. So-called white men, they eating Whole Foods and such. Most of the high class Edomites and such, they had Whole Foods where they can get readily available organics and and such, and niggas just get bullshit, all right? In their communities, they get candy and treats, just junk food, all right? It says, in good evil. So they call it, so I'm gonna read it again. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So things is backwards, all right? And that's confusion, and the Lord is not the author of any confusion. All right, and a lot of you niggas, y'all need to know, Yeah, Slaggy, I ain't gonna say niggas. All right, I'm gonna say the elect, because this is for the elect. You know, the elect is that's gonna actually hearken, you know, into the truth. You know, you gotta take care of yourself. All right, especially if you wanna, be in this truth. All right, you know, you gonna get, messed up. You know, like right now, it's the winter. You know, and the Lord say we gotta be instant in season and out of season. So let me just get that precept. This is 2 Timothy 4:2. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season. Rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. All right, in which we have to be out there in the highways and hedges. So it's very important to, of course, eat the healthiest foods possible. You know, in order to, of course, sustain yourself, and you would say when you're going out on the highways and hedges, you know, because it's cold and you don't have them nutrients, the proper nutrients, and you fill up with nothing but GMO bullshit. All right, you're gonna be getting more sick, susceptible to that. All right, illnesses and such. All right, so you should of course hearken onto this knowledge. All right, I mean, I think on that I'm gonna just close out. I'll hit another lesson more going on the health, because that is a topic in which I have a strong suit on, being coming over from the world, being all into health and fitness and all that. But anyway, Shalom, of course, to the nation of Yasha. Of course, double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. All right. Barakah Yahweh, Barakah Yahweh Shai, Barakah Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Barakah Thumb to all the elect. All right. The Bakarium. All right. And peace salutation, to any of them aquath are women, trying to learn. All right, you should be cooking your man, and knowing, you the one got, of course, the actual the job to of course go cook for your man. Go to the grocery store and be mindful, try to buy organics, and stay away from the GMOs. All right, Shalom.